Australia has sent a number of requests for assistance, so that's our next drop site.
I was waiting for Bradford to say something else. Welcome back to some more lore. Rebalance and all of that. Operation Swift Pillar. I do like pillars. Anyway. Council mission, the first one. And I mentioned last time it seems a little bit... I don't remember this version of a council mission, but that could also just be not playing the game for 8 years or so, 6 years. Like, this is from the starting position, it's like that's where you escort that Dr. what's his name? Maybe it's outside visual, so probably in that room over there. Not necessarily the best strike rifle position here. The question is, since that indicator probably always only just gives you information on one enemy. We have somebody back here, and this is just a closer one. I don't know.
They've reached the control room. It doesn't look like they did too much damage.
Control room for what? I'm just gonna, you know, while we know the enemies are somewhere over there, try and charge that position a little bit.
Yes, sir.
So if combat starts, we're kind of in close range.
Ennemi en vue.
That was, if anything, a very weird activation.
What was that sound?
What just happened there? That's halfway across the map. How did they... what? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna... Shift's already selected. Get the motion tracker. Okay, so we've got 3 dudes in here. Possibly outside. I'm just gonna open the door and see what's happening. Nothing is happening. What? Man, is this then me again complaining about enemies being active halfway across the map and how that's bad for the gameplay? Good to... oh man, 8 range sucks. Just open the wall here? I kinda don't. I don't want to use a rocket because if it's sectoids, I don't want to destroy the corpses. Do I? What do I care? I mean, surely they're gonna take less damage if there's a whole wall between them, right? No units will be affected. We'll see about that. Okay. Looks like we got some more action than what I originally signed up for here. We can probably go here and kill both the sectoid and the drone. So what do we do about the second guy, and what do we do about that sectoid in the back? We do have some flashbang options. Maybe we can give you some smoke in here. Flashbang the guy in the back, smoke you here. We'll try to take some shots on that guy with the Shiv and our infantry here. That would certainly help. Oh. Okay, that changes things. Your cover is now less cover. So hang on. What kind of perks do you have again here? I see some Overwatch perks. Sentinel Opportunist. Nah, I think we take the 80% here. And then the question is, do we take this shot? Or do we flashbang him? If we're gonna smoke here, where do we smoke from? That's the tricky part. We get the free scamper action here with this dude, right? Do we get that? No, you're getting it? Okay. I have a movement area, but I think that's your movement area. I'm not sure what I can actually do here. Let's go here. That is not in vision of this sectoid, and we smoke up inside for assault. So the question now is, do we bang? Or do we just shoot? I think I'll just shoot. It's just two sectoids. What can they do, eh? Okay, rushing in. Yeah, that's the bigger problem. That group halfway across the map being activated, and now a skinny boy. Even with that low mobility after the shot, we can do this.
się za to biorę.
Ooh, what's that only so low? Is that weapon range? Oh, weapon range. What if we go for pistol shot here? Not amazing.
Cholera pudło.
It's kind of hoping to mostly break line of sight with everybody here. I want to fight a long range fight against that thin man. I can take a shot on one of these guys here. With the shift, that would be okay. So maybe we'll just try it if we can get that. But Sector needs to die this time. This is like not really open for debate. Thin Man doesn't have. I don't know if the Thin Man have squad side at this rank already. I don't think so. Let's just keep taking shots here. Also, they don't get squad side if there's no squad left to sight me. See me. Okay. I think we destroyed with that last shot our own cover, our line of sight cover we had from the Thin Man. Oh, he's on a mission. He is on a mission. Not the smartest mission I've ever seen, but definitely a mission. Okay. We need some reloads. Need some support on that side.
Bien reçu, je reste en position.
Reload here, gonna need a reload here. If I'm 3 tiles closer to this, I can blue move here and potentially get a flank shot if they take cover somewhere here. I'm gonna move there. It's also a good sign that we don't have any enemies nearby, but it's just these 3 dudes. That first activation I don't like. Was it just XCOM Jang? Something special about this mission? I don't know. So I'm not sure who's spotting that right now. Oh, who opened that door? Oh yeah, this wall broke open and now you have line of sight on this guy. And another pod-to-pod activation. The drone. What's that? I don't know what happened here. That is very, very confusing.
Heading there now. Kill confirmed.
Stall is certainly enjoying this. Two sectoids in the back here, one there, drone all the way in the back. So even going in here, we're not getting any flanks. I'm really torn between taking some shots or just waiting for them to get a little bit closer out of vision. It's not the best position we have right now. Like fighting down here. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna do some repositioning shenanigans and see if that works for us. Just gonna run you all the way over there. You stay in here, ready to jump onto that window. You're also then ready to get inside here. Kinda, you know, if you could come over here, then we have a really kind of setting up that good old L-shaped engagement. Take an action to reload the pistol, although combat readiness might have been the better option now. Like somebody's just standing out in the open. It's gonna kick us off here. Actually, let's have a look here. You. Okay. There is somebody out in the open, but he's getting mind merged from all the way in the back. Definitely throw a good old battle scanner here. Get some aim boost on everybody. Almost everybody. Can't quite get onto this guy. I'm not sure how strong that boost is that he gets from the mind merge. Just a little bit more mobility to get that high ground there. We can flashbang these two guys with our scout. Or alternatively, we also have a run and gun back here with well, no, you can't throw a flashbang after a run and gun. That does not work. Run and gun over here for pistol shots. This guy should also, I think this flanks this dude. Okay. Lots of options, let's start doing stuff. Spot doesn't have actually line of sight. I was hoping I could finish off that guy from there. I'm not liking these spots. Don't see anyone from in here. Can you show this dude? The chef.
Уже иду. Прощай.
Good shot there. Then we flashbang the two behind the crate. We flashbang one of the two behind the crate. Really, game? You're not giving me this? Is there a way to disable the tile snapping here? I feel like that's the thing screwing me over a little bit. I can't even find the spot where I hit the one guy.
Let's do this.
Not sure what your mobility is. If you can come back here and then shoot me there. Trying to see how we can prepare a flank for next turn here without risking too much stuff.
Je confirme la position.
Go there. Like with the assault.
No, please, no. Incoming fire. Evening air.
Just armor. Fine. Okay, I think we're in a good position here. You could even flank this guy, which would free you up to run and gun little boy in the back.
Moving to firing position. Running.
Ça roule.
Make sure you can actually kill here. 100%. 71 to crit.
Il est mort.
Take down this guy, so it just means everybody else needs to finish off that drone. We can scan one more time. I'm assuming these are the last enemies.
Skaner w powietrzu.
Well, that's what I wanted to scan. How did you know? You're still panicked. I'm not sure how we... Maybe instead I run you out here. You shoot the sectoid with the strike rifle, and then we have the infantry fire at the drone.
Już się za to biorę.
I guess the drone, at this point with the positioning I have, the drone can flank whoever, right? So if you can't get the kill here,
Ufuk zneutralizowany. Jest. Навстречу ваду.
Everything by the numbers.
okay. A little bit, you know, all out risky in the end, but I think that worked out reasonably well. Still not sure about that first turn activation there. I don't know what happens. Salted work there. That's not worth a promotion or a medal or a recommendation or a wet handshake at least.
I'm certainly impressed with the results so far, especially considering the conditions down there.
Well, not quite, eh? Not quite. Scientists, 2 engineers, 400 monies, and 50 Illyrium.
Touch, Commander.
Nice addition to what we have. Let's do the promotion here. You have 81 aim. I gotta double check each time. Again, I want to do some alternative stuff with the different people. You are kind of low aim, right, with your 67. So you're probably going for some smoky builds. Go for some Overwatch here. Is there, how much Overwatch synergy do we have in the tree? This unit's last action was using a medkit. Overwatch activates at the end of the turn. Interesting. That's rapid. Twice with your primary weapon, accuracy gains above 50% hit chance. Only contribute half to final hit chance. What now? So if I'm point blank and I'm getting like what, 60 hit from that, if I rapid fire I only get 30 hit from that. So it's a different rapid fire calculation than the good old 15% on both shots, because that was a flat out, you know, you always click on rapid fire unless you're at 98% hit or something like that. There's some math to it where it's like, no, rapid fire is always the better option. And I guess rapid fire with a more convoluted calculation means you always have to reconsider if it's rapid fire time or not. Against autopsy targets affected by red fog deal 50% more damage. 50% is like, those damage scaling numbers are like wild here a little bit sometimes. At the end of a turn, draws their pistol. Wielding a pistol, fire reaction shot at any enemy within 4 tiles. We're gonna go Sentinel, and then there's definitely some options here. Turn you a little bit into a shooter. And hopefully that works. If I'm not gonna regret not having more smoke on every single mission. But I guess if we have a more smoky engineer and a smoky medic, then we can just have them on alternate teams. There's also, I've heard some talk about, so apparently the number of missions that your soldiers were on and then increases the fatigue they get after each mission, to a point where, like, somebody was mentioning like that you retire soldiers in the late game because they were on so many missions that their fatigue is just so much that it's kind of pointless having them. They're taking up just space in the barracks. Oh, if that's a thing. Hang on, before we do anything else. So that puts us to 17 engineers, 14 scientists. Okay. No, barracks is, yeah, 23 out of 23. And I know we still need to rename a couple people here. Don't you worry, I still have that list from that first episode that I'm gonna go through. And we'll do that. Usually I like to do that when they get their first promotion. And when it's more than one that got their first promotion. Anyway. We'll dispatch that. That puts us at 18. Do we have any more outstanding pending requests? Engineers.
The new engineers arrived this morning, Commander.
I regret so much when I don't have enough weapon fragments at some point.
Alien containment facility online.
What are we looking at anyway? 900 monies. Excavating some more stuff. Yeah, nothing we can build right now. Scientists, not enough engineers, not enough engineers. Well, we can build a power generator, but we still have 11 power remaining, and I think we want to get... If we do power, we probably want to do it around the steam vents. Well, let's see what Mr. Councilman has to say.
Incoming transmission.
While certain aspects of your
B
performance
minus,
have been
wow.
acceptable, we expect more from you, Commander. We remain confident in your ability to improve the effectiveness of future XCOM operations. But this sentiment could change if your efforts continue to prove inadequate.
This hurts. This hurts, Mr. Councilman, guys. Like, this is probably the worst grade I've ever gotten on a council report in all my time playing XCOM. I'm not even sure what we could have done better. Maybe you always get a terrible grade in the first month.
Remember, we will be watching.
Maybe he just likes giving out the ratings for whatever. Stun rifles complete. Cool.
Excavation complete.
From
Excavation
what
was
little
that?
I've seen of their technology, if the aliens were intent
That was
on
here.
conquering Earth, there's not much we could do to stop them. I'm guessing they have something else in mind.
Ooh, we can do enhanced lasers. Oh, yeah, Operation Rapid Forge. It's recruitment time by 3 days. I mean, it's just some money. Let's just, yeah, do that. This unlocks an item that we then have to produce that increases damage by 1. So we have to equip that item then also.
The foundry is already warmed up. I'll make sure to notify you as soon as production is finished.
We'll take a look at it.
We've assembled everything we need to capture and house an alien for interrogation.
Excavation complete.
Right, alien materials. We get armor plating, heavy max, phoenix cannon, shredder ammo. Advanced ballistics, advanced scavenging. Oh, there's definitely some good stuff there, I think. 4 hit points and 5 crit resist. Okay. Use recovery for missions. This for the aircraft. There's alloy recovery. Well, that gives us +1 damage. Shredder ammo. Phoenix cannon. This is a weird one where, like, in the old Long War, I was never sure if it's ever worth going for Phoenix cannon over the normal rockets. Felt very like a side grady weapon. Penetration. Has 2 primary weapon ammo, but 1.3 weight. Okay. So, UFO analysis. 141 days. I think we might do that later. I don't think I want to commit to that kind of research right now. Let's do psionics, alien communications, respirator implant. Let's do the sector autopsy first, yeah.
We've made a number of interesting discoveries based on the autopsy results of the alien specimen you brought back. The research team is now referring to this particular variation as a sectoid, based on the unusual structure of its internal organs, which we believe to be the product of genetic manipulation. As we've seen in the field, this species also seems to harbor some sort of telepathic ability.
Two laser Vulcans. Yeah, let me get back to you. Let me get back to you on that. We got a fourth dude here. Still not sure if we're gonna need more interceptors. I know, like back in Long War days, you needed so many. Very often you ended up like buying interceptors on a different continent just to have a location to kind of swap them out, transfer damaged ones over to a different base, and get the undamaged ones to the places where you're actually scanning, or where you're actually detecting enemies. Cancel the cutscene. Sorry. Force of habit. Well, just need one more engineer, and then we can actually start building some other stuff.
Access lift operational.
Okay, we do have all the access lifts. And for now, I don't want to... I know we have a bit of money, but we are kind of so close to getting that 20 engineer threshold where I can then build in a satellite uplink and a workshop and everything. 350, 200. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much money. So let's focus excavating on here in case we need to expand the power. So we have that steam unlocked. And we'll get around to the other stuff soon enough. New alien advancement. Okay, so aliens reached level 2. Most governments have reported new aliens standing over 2 meters. These human creatures are physically powerful and aggressive. They've also been using short-range explosive devices. Engaged, you see, like some soldiers enter a state of fervor and are unable or unwilling to retreat. As well, the aliens have started fielding significantly stronger UFOs. To encounter these aliens, we should attempt to attack them out of cover, as they're quite tenacious while dug in. They get close, suppressing and disorienting them and keep them from using their explosives. As well, we should be prepared for the real possibility that our soldiers will have trouble withdrawing from engagements with these new foes. Using steadfast soldiers should help. Well, great. That's, I think, a perk I didn't take so far. We're talking about mutants? We're talking about mutants already in April? I don't know what other tall, bulky aliens with explosives we could be talking about. Well, it's the same thing, right? We need 20 scientists to build a lab. This is also something I wanted to double check here. So, it's 752. 80 metallurgy. Well, the scavenging. Cost. These teams can attain additional resources. I guess the cost is this, or do we have to, like, when we scavenge, do this? I don't know. Let's queue this up. I kind of think I want the aircraft boosters also, sooner or later.
We're certainly keeping the boys down in the foundry busy. I'll let them know you've got another project ready for production.
Anything else we wanna produce over here? Still doing the pistols and the scatter shot. So as much as I would like, I don't know, for example, the scatter, the shredder ammo. Gonna take some time anyway. I think I'll just queue it up though, so I don't forget about it later. Ooh, also the alloy plating. 57 alloys, okay. Kinda getting a feeling for how expensive some items are gonna be. I'm gonna build one just to have one.
Excavation complete.
The autopsy is done. Get the neurology out of here, and then I think we're gonna look into the melt research after that.
I appreciate your efforts to support the research team, Commander. I've already put the new recruit.
Not much happening. 7 carbines. Like, some of these requests are weirdly extreme expensive. I guess there's one more thing I wanted to check. Phoenix cannon. 50 damage. Fire rate 3 seconds. Potential 117 DPS, average 35. Tear into enemy armor. Skill piles with the lead position will put this weapon to best use. So if I compare that now to like this stuff, okay, so the missiles. So what I'm kind of missing here, like a range stat, right? If I remember correctly, back in the day, like the Avalanche, you could launch from far away, and the Stingrays you had to get close, for example, and the Phoenix cannon, you had to be even closer. Or they would fire. Well, I see. I look at it this way, right? Our engineering team is busy building that laser stuff at the moment anyway, and we're still kind of slow since we don't have a workshop yet. So even if I queued up a Phoenix cannon, it's not going to be ready for quite a while. Might reconsider once we have the lasers ready.
Contact detected.
Alright, small scout, low. Not nap of the earth, but low. Let's scramble aircraft. Yeah. I'm trying to kinda... Again, can only engage with 2. Trying to get the kills on the people that already have kills.
We're in pursuit.
UFO shot down, alien crew moving at the crash site. Moderately damaged. Yeah, I was really hovering over the abort button now. That looked a little bit dicey there. Alright. Verbal undamaged, return to base. Okay, cool. 8 to 14. We get humanoid. Small skittering creatures, which are probably sectoids. A hunched humanoid. That the Thin Man? Are they considered hunched? Creature with a crystal chest. It's probably the outsider. So need to have some mutants there, eh? The hunched or the normal humanoid. One is going to be a Thin Man, one is going to be a mutant, I would assume, unless there's another alien type that I'm completely blanking on right now. Alright, but it's a UFO, it's shot down, 8 to 14 enemies. Let's build a squad here. Everybody's ready, no fatigue in the team right now. Still gonna bring our chef, still gonna bring scout and a sniper. I would like to get one of our rookies promoted. Get a gunner in there. We do have the stun guns, so I'm wondering if we try something with that. Probably want medic on the mission. Who's for the last slot? So we don't have a rocketeer, we don't have an assault, we don't have an infantry right now. I think for Storm and a UFO I would really like an assault. Okay, let's see how does the stun gun thing work. All bio soldiers except sniper, gunner, and rocketeer. Well, that's a lie. Because apparently I can't equip it on rookies either. Range of 4. Does not work with run and gun, so yeah, we kind of need to really get in there. I'm not sure. Does this thing have so much weight? Mobility offset -2. Oh boy. And we lost one equipment slot here, one item slot. Okay. We got a laser rifle for you. Even though you're not spec'd for it, I think if we want to try to capture something, which I think would be kinda nice this early in the campaign, we gotta bring a bunch of flashbangs like that. Probably need to do something with suppression, flashbangs, that whole shebang, and set it up to work. Let me also double check that everybody actually comes with a pistol this time around. Okay, it seems good. The scope. We have 2 laser rifles in action. Like, I know I built 2 stun guns, but since it takes the primary weapon spot and reduces your secondary items, I don't think I wanna bring that on multiple people, because that really limits your options. Consumable items cannot be used when equipped as primary weapons, so we would need to switch to pistol in order to throw a grenade here. I'm reading between the lines here. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna try to get a capture in, maybe even 2, I don't know. So it said it had 2 ammo, I'm not sure if it's 2 ammo and then it's done to user's permission, or if it is a primary weapon that you can just reload it and use it as often as you want. If we can get 2 sectoid captures, that would be amazing, because then we can, well, do the interrogation and use one for that foundry project for the grey market. But let's set reasonable expectations. See if we can get 1 capture in. That would be amazing. Kind of depends on how we can isolate them, right? With pods activating each other on their line of sight, and you're potentially fighting a lot of enemies on the map at the same time. It's gonna be a rough time getting some peace and quiet in for controlled capture. We'll see what we can do in the next episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.